Hey y'all, welcome back to the compound. So, as you can tell from the title, we're doing something I've never done before yet again. I wanted to create a segment entitled Cash Talk. Really cute, really simple. And basically, like in Cash Talks, it's just gonna be one topic and then various subsets within that topic. So, as the title says, this Cash Talk is gonna be things all about college and my college experience and being a 2020 coronavirus graduating senior. But before we get started, I want to let everybody know to stop what they're doing and subscribe to my channel. Let me give you a minute. Period. Because I'm looking at my YouTube analytics and 87% of my viewers are unsubscribed. And to me and where I'm from, that's shady. So subscribe to my channel and let's get to it. I love Stella. The first thing I wanted to talk about is friendships. And I definitely think that friendships are very valuable in college, absolutely necessary, but everyone is to be watched early on. And that's just how I feel about it. Coming in as a freshman, you definitely want to be friendly. You want to make friends. You don't want to be an outcast. You don't want to be a loner. And I get that. But almost pseudo like testing, just a slight test to see where people's intentions are. Are you lying about silly stuff? Are you capping? Like, what's tea? Because the thing is, people come to college and reinvent themselves. Like, it could be positive, it could be negative, but this person that you're just meeting could be a whole nother person, actuality, and you don't know. So that's just something that I've always thought about. I came to college, I met friends, I had a good time my freshman year, but unfortunately got burnt. So I kind of stayed to myself a little bit, and then I met a couple other girls that I to this day think that will be in my wedding, that I'll always keep in touch with, always go out, let's have a drink or two. So you will have that, I'm going to say 5 max, that you'll always love and always be in touch with. But as far as that, you'll definitely have associates, and keeping it that way isn't something negative. I feel like people think they should come to college and gotta be cool with everybody, and that's just not reality. Be weary. Be open but weary. Always, you have day ones, and your day ones may be your high school friends, maybe your friends from elementary school, and you could meet day ones in college, but I definitely think that it's important to just keep an eye out when you're first getting to meet people, because you never know who they could be, and that's just see. By the way, I'm getting these topics from me. So I know last time I did my Q&A, I got topics from my followers on Instagram, but this time this is something that I sat down and reflected on. No, I haven't graduated just yet, but with what's going on in the world, I don't have any more of my college experience. College is over. Whether that's the next 30 days of going to online school, okay, but I won't learn any life lessons in my online school moving forward. So I feel like I'm in a place where I can reflect back on my college years and help somebody else. Staying out the way. And please stay out the way. I'm not saying that you don't have to, that you can't go out and be social, or it's not cool to be around and on the scene. But my point is, the same people that used to love being on the scene, always be out, always be in the limelight, always doing the most, are the same people and the same people that was, you know, telling me in take time or just around campus, oh, Cass don't kick it no more, Cass don't be around, Cass too good to hang with us. Those are the same people I see on Twitter or reposting something that's like, I stay out the way. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it's almost like it's pseudo cool now to be washed up or to not be around in the limelight. And to me, I feel like I've always been that type of person. I've always been the one to maybe stay to myself a little bit more, a little bit introverted. So that's truly me. But to see people that used to love the scene switch up is so funny. And I don't know if it's because that's the thing to do because we're older now or what. But it's okay to stay out the way. Or, you know what I'm saying, even if you go out and have a good time, you still don't have to be in the center of attention. You still don't have to be the limelight. Have a good time, have a few drinks, and keep it moving. Being somebody that knows a good balance between going out and having a good time, but knowing when to stay in or stay out the way, is somebody that's gonna go far. Let's say with a friend group or a crew, that you're able to still be cool and hold your own. You don't wanna hold the name of 4 people. When people think of you, they think of this person, these 4 other people, or these 5 other people. You want to be able to have your name come up in a conversation, because little do we know, or even if we don't want to think, people gonna talk about you, a positive light and a negative light, and that's okay. But you want to be able to be like, yeah, that's Cass, and this is how she's coming, and not always be like, Cass is coming, but it's also gonna be her 5 other friends, and I don't know anything about Cass. I just know them as a crew. You want to be able to hold your own as an individual. Something else I put on the list that I find to be pivotal is dating. We need one more swig before we talk about dating, honey. Dating. Take your time. I literally have it in my phone with like 7 eyes in time. Take your time. And I don't know if this has gotta be in you or if it can be on you or you could play it, but keep it cool. Play it cool. And I'm really speaking to the ladies. That's my audience that I'm talking to anyway. I'm sure if you're a boy, first of all, this is for the ladies and the gays, but if you are a boy watching my YouTube channel, shout out to you, boo. But take your time and play it cool. You want the type of mindset I feel like a lady should have when dating, and this is really only in college, because when you're grown, nobody has time to play games. But we be grown in college and people be playing games, and that's okay. That's just the game. You feel me? And you have to know how to play the game. And I feel like girls that have older brothers play the game exceptionally well. You always want to seem like you're cool, easy, breezy. You know, you're not never pressed. You don't never want to seem like the pressed girl. Nobody wants to deal with no pressed girl that's always on somebody's back. It's easier said than done. You know, like me sitting here saying to play it cool is easier said than done, because feelings do come into play, and I get that. But if you can, playing it cool is the way to go. It's evident when somebody's rocking with you. When a dude wants you, baby, you gonna know. It ain't gonna be no, I don't know about it. It ain't gonna be none of that. That's a Fendi fact, period. It is a privilege to rock with me. You gotta feel like you wanted the hardest out. That's the type of energy that needs to be kept when you're call yourself dating in college as a female. You want to keep up with yourself and always know that you are that girl. And people may say that's the cocky way of thinking about it, but baby, it works for me. Living with your friends, or at UGA, I don't know about other institutions, but at UGA you have to live in dorms your freshman year, and that's all fine and dandy. But when you are, and you don't have to move off campus, but I couldn't wait to move off campus. I couldn't wait to decorate an apartment and be a bad bee and be grown, which came with bills and so much other stuff. But when your parents aren't gonna be here for you moving in with friends, would you rather me move in with friends or take a survey and live with a random? I'd rather live on campus than live with a random. So I definitely think that you moving in with friends can sometimes be a little, but there is cases that it can work. One thing I will say about moving in with friends is take your time. Yet again, never be in a rush. Never let somebody rush you into something or do something that you about still. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you're cool with, y'all really kicking it, tells you, spring semester or freshman year, girl, let's move in together. Don't be quick to say, bet. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. If you can't even kick it with her in the sleepover, she's getting on your nerves at 4 a.m. at the sleepover, you might want to reconsider that, baby, because you're going to have to see her every single day. And it's going to get to a point where you don't even want to look at her face. Looking at her face makes you mad. So, I'm serious. So, take your time when figuring out who you moving in with. You have to think about vibes. I think this is my Pretty Little Things package. Yes, UPS. Don't be afraid to be like, let me think on it real quick. Never let somebody rush you into living with them, because then you're locked in a lease. Then you're breaking a lease because y'all done got to doing all type of stuff. Like, just wait. Take your time. And think about stuff. You walk into their dorm smells like armpits and pickles. No, I'm really straight on you. And the thing about me is I'm a neat freak. I'm very into my hygiene. My favorite compliment is, ooh, girl, you smell good. So I can't live with somebody who is not tip-top shape. I never had a bad experience, because I don't want to keep giving out advice and not talk about my own experiences. So I never had a bad experience with my roommates. I will say, story time. I moved into UGA dorm, and I was assigned to Hill Hall, which is an all-girls dormitory right next to Bolton if you're going to UGA. And nobody from my high school that I was friends with, my friends didn't get into UGA. Some of them didn't even apply. And so I had to get a random roommate. And that first random roommate, I stayed in Hill Hall for 2 weeks until I met my little crew I was rocking with. And one of my friends that I met, her name was Alex, and she had a roommate that actually never came to school because she's a dancer, and ended up going on tour with Megan Trainor as a background dancer. So she had an open room. But I was like, no, I'm going to make it shake. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my parents to come up here and have to remove me just because I want to live in a nicer dorm. And it was a nicer dorm. It was one of the dorms. So I lived in community bathrooms for the first 2 weeks. And Alex and my other friends lived in 1516, which is a dormitory that has 2 roommates in their own bathroom inside their room. So I wanted to live there, but I was like, I'm gonna just chill, because my mama gonna be like, girl, you doing too much. I think it was like day 8. I was asleep, and my roommate who I was living with, first of all, I brought the TV to the room. She was turning the TV up as high as it can be. The TV was on 120 volume. I'm asleep. She's watching some Pokemon thing, just loud. Like, I was like, and I told her, I was like, I'm gonna bleep that out. I told her, I was like, sis, can you turn the TV down some? I'm asleep. She was like, yeah. She turned the TV down about 50. I'm like, it's still loud, but I'm going to just be quiet. 20 minutes later, when I was asleep, she turned it back up on my TV. I got out of there so quick because I was like, she's tripping. She's tripped out. And she was a little weird. It wasn't like she was rude, like, you know what I'm saying, punking me. But she was like awkward. Like, what are we watching Pokemon stuff for? Like, she was a little off for me. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is being a 2020 graduate in the midst of a cancellation of our last college times due to coronavirus. I know a lot of colleges, there's no commencement. There's no more college campus. There's no more bars in Athens even open to go to. Everything's dead. It's just over for right now. And I feel like a lot was stripped away from me. And people are going to say, people that aren't graduating who have a lot to say on Twitter are going to say, girl, you only had a month left. What are you doing the most for? Like, and to them, I say, I give them a middle finger. I feel like a lot of memories and things that I wanted to do was stripped away from me. So in my notes, I genuinely had things I want to do in Athens before I leave. I wanted to go one more time to the gun range. I went on my very first date with my boyfriend to the gun range, and before I left, I wanted to go to the gun range one more time. I wanted to take a fly picture in front of that Ath sign in Silver. As much as I've been in Silver, which is a bar in Athens, I've never taken a picture under the sign. And I just knew. I had my caption and everything, y'all. Let me tell you. Under that Ath sign, my caption was going to be, the location was going to be, of course, the University of Georgia. And the caption was going to be home of the Bulldogs and all the real smart honeys. Period. I had so much more I wanted to do in Athens, and I couldn't wait to do it. And having that stripped away from me is something that really hurt. I wanted to go and take my grad photos like any other graduating senior. Baby, I had everything planned out, mapped out, ready to go. I was lit. Example, I found this bench in Athens. It's actually a bus stop, and it says on top of the bus stop, like round it, peace out. And so I was definitely going to have a little photo shoot there in my grad cap and some jeans and a cute little sweater, UGA sweater. I was ready to take my grad photos. I had set up 3 appointments to take other people's grad photos to launch my photography business. I ordered a new lens for my Canon to take other people's grad photos, and I was delighted. I could not wait because I really wanted to launch something new. Yes, I'm still going to launch, but that was going to be a hustle for me, and to have that hustle stripped out of me and not be able to launch how I originally wanted to, it really upset me. No, I have not cried yet. Yes, I feel like it's gonna come. Right now, I'm in the stages of feeling awkward about it. I feel weird. I feel like I'm sitting at home. This was the first day that I put some jeans on and a cute shirt and did my makeup in 5 days. I've been sitting in sweatpants and t-shirts for 5 days. I miss my boyfriend. I miss my friends. I miss going out for tacos and being drunk on a Tuesday. It's just like it's gone. I won't have the time to hang out anymore how I wanted to for the last month and a half of my college experience. It's just honestly like kind of sad to me, but I've been, reading my Bible and taking the time. I'm about to get real creative. We're about to start creating some more side hustles. I'm all in because I feel like now the world's not ending. I just need to find my place in the world. And once I find that, I will be A-okay. So that's how I feel about it. Shout out to every senior, not even just my UGA 2020 grads, but shout out to every senior, even if you're a graduating high school senior. Like, you still got prom ripped. I know I would be sick if I got prom ripped away from me. So just shout out to every senior who may be watching this, who may not be. But I definitely understand your pain. And this is something that will never be forgotten. It won't. this is something that'll be in the textbooks for children to learn about in U.S. history and AP history. With all the love in the world, I definitely think the next video is going to be even more lit as always. So I love you guys.